Turning our attention to cricket, the 16th edition of the Indian Premier League got underway today with the Gujarat Titans taking on the Chennai Super Kings at the Narendra Modi Stadium. After losing the toss and being asked to bat first, the Super Kings posted 178 for 7 from their 20 overs. Opener Ruturaj Gaikwad top scored with 92 or 50 deliveries. Alzarri Joseph got rid of him. He got one other wicket. Rashid Khan and Mohammad Shami also took 2 wickets. The Titans in reply reached their target with 4 balls to spare, ending on 182 for 5 with opener Shubman Gill top scoring with 63. The player of the match, a fabulous 10 from 3 deliveries to help them over the line, Rashid Khan, after picking up 2 wickets. Joining us now to recap the opening match of IPL 16 is our cricket correspondent, Nikhil Uttamchandani. Nikhil, I'm sure you're delighted that the IPL is back, and it is back on your home of champions. Right away, though, Alzarri Joseph, assess his performance for me as part of the victory for the Gujarat Titans.
Yeah, it was a great event to see sort of the IPL back, and you saw sort of 100,000 fans in a stadium. Just told you sort of the magnitude of this tournament. But I think Alzarri Joseph, fantastic to see him carry over that form from South Africa. I look at the way he was able to come back in this spell, especially the first over was an expensive one. He was struggling to find sort of that rhythm and consistency. Missed his length a couple of times, went for 3 sixes and went for 18 in that over. But the next 18 deliveries he bowled, he only conceded 15 runs, and of course, bowled that crucial 18th over where he got the 2 wickets, one of Gaikwad and one of Jadeja, arguably a game-changing and a match-winning over for the Gujarat Titans. So I think that is an over that I think will be very telling in terms of the role of what Hardik Pandya, the captain, and the way he uses Alzarri Joseph. But great to see that he's sort of in that enforcer role, and I think he's going to be probably a big part to play for this Titans team throughout the IPL season.
Yeah, a 2-part question here. He came on in the 9th over, which was a little bit surprising for me. So what did you make of that? And second part of the question, what did he adjust in the last 3 overs that made such a big difference? The opening over, the 3 sixes hit off him over the backward square leg position. So he was lining more towards leg stump, being a little bit too straight. So talk to me about what he changed, and were you surprised he came on only in the 9th over?
I think obviously as West Indians we're used to Alzarri bowling inside the power play, but when I look at the dynamic and the makeup of that Gujarat Titans bowling lineup, I think they're one of the most versatile lineups in the tournament. When you look at Mohammad Shami to bowl the new ball, Hardik Pandya is bowling his full quote of 4 overs, and then they have someone like an Alzarri. It's clear that they think that hard length he's able to hit, and it's something he did in the last 2 overs that sort of helped him improve his figures. That hard length he hits is much more difficult to hit when you have the protection and you have the 5-feeters out. Then, of course, he has the Yorker, which we saw a couple of times today, especially in that 18th over. When he's bowling 145 plus, it's extremely challenging to score against. So I think I like the role that they have him in. Obviously, for the West Indies, he plays a slightly different role because he's asked to do a bit more with the new ball. But for the Titans, I think you could even see him in some games bowling the 14th, 16th, 18th, and 20th. He's just that important to sort of their overall plans.
Yeah, and speaking about importance to their overall plans, Kane Williamson, in addition to the Gujarat Titans, of course, he picked up an injury today, Nikhil. Not a good start for him because, of course, nobody wants to start their first game or any game with an injury. A bit unfortunate for Kane.
Yeah, man, that was terrible to see. But what I would say is I think the Titans are in a privileged position where obviously they've won the tournament last year. They know exactly what is required, but also they've retained a lot of their international core. So they have someone like a David Miller who was in action earlier today against Netherlands. He's going to come in, and then Matthew Wade also on the bench in terms of that overseas batting replacement. But I was quite surprised that they were able to win, I think, comfortably in the end, even without a Kane Williamson. It tells you about their depth, but he will be a huge miss given the amount of money and sort of the way that they went after him at the auction just a couple of months ago. And I mean, we know the quality of this man across formats. So I think he's going to be a huge loss, and I hope he's okay and can recover in time to play another game in the tournament.
Exactly, and then we had Chennai Super Kings, of course, a bit unfortunate that they didn't get across the line today. MS Dhoni leading his team. He spoke after the match and he said, they were just a bit short of runs. What do you make of his assessment, and do you think Chennai Super Kings can bounce back? It's only match 1.
Yeah, spot on in terms of from Dhoni. In terms of when I look at the innings, I think the Titans did really well to sort of pull the momentum back. Before Alzarri got those 2 wickets in the 18th over, between the 13th and the 18th over, they had only conceded 41 runs, and that was like just above 6.5 runs per over. Meanwhile, they had 8 wickets in hand. They were going well. I think Shivam Dubé's 19 from 18 sort of hurt Chennai in the end, and it kept Gaikwad sort of starved of the strike from the other end. But I definitely really enjoyed the way that the Titans fought their way back in that game, and I think from the 13th over on, even with the bat in hand, they just took over. So I think a long tournament to go. You look at that Chennai team with the additions that they've made, Stokes, they've got Moeen Ali in there. They've got plenty of experience, and we always know MS Dhoni, the reason he's still playing is for his leadership. So I expect fully they'll fight back, but it just tells you how valuable each game in this tournament really is.
Yeah, Nikhil, I know we'll spend a lot of time over the next couple of weeks discussing the IPL, but I just wanted a quick comment from you on Alzarri Joseph and his workload. Himself, Kyle Mears and Jason Holder, the 3 West Indians, who are currently playing all 3 formats, Test, ODIs and T20s. But you know we have a lot of worry sometimes about the fast bowlers and the load that they are carrying. Is there any worry from your standpoint about Alzarri Joseph and his current workload overall as a professional cricketer?
Well, I think, Lance, is a fantastic question, and I was just going to say, out of the 3, I'm more worried about Alzarri because obviously as a fast bowler, not only is he bowling the 4 overs in the game, in the next in between matches he's putting in work as well.
Yes.
And it was a debate that came up with an asked Rohit Sharma whether IPL teams would be open to sort of managing that workload. But look, these are teams that invest a lot of money in these players, and they want to win the competition. And already from game number 1, you see how important Alzarri Joseph is to their plan. So if I know Alzarri Joseph and I know sort of the competitor he is, this is a real opportunity for him after just playing 7 matches last season. Probably will play a lot more this year and play a bigger part into them winning the chip. So I think he probably will want to play all the games. Am I worried? I would say slightly yes, because I think he's so important to the West Indies and in terms of what happens even after this IPL with the World Cup happening later this year.
Yeah, a couple of matches to come on Saturday in the IPL. The Punjab Kings taking on the Kolkata Knight Riders, and the Lucknow Super Giants versus the Delhi Capitals. Those are the matches for Saturday, Nikhil. What can we expect?
Well, in terms of West Indians, I mean, Andre Russell, Sunil Narine, obviously of massive importance to the Knight Riders. Narine had the best economy in last year's IPL. Russell, I think because of that impact player, as we saw used today, I think you'll see more of batting from Russell. I don't think he'll bowl as much as he did last season. But for Lucknow, I'm looking forward to seeing Kyle Mears at the top of the order. There's no Quinton de Kock. He's on international duty. And I think the way that Kyle Mears has played T20 cricket in the last 6 months, he wholeheartedly deserves to walk out there alongside KL Rahul. And if he does that, and, you know, gets a few starts like we saw in the SA20 or we've seen in international cricket, he could make it tough for de Kock to come back in. So I'm excited to see how the West Indies fare this weekend with some fair representation.
All right, Nikhil, we'll be catching up next week as we talk more IPL throughout the course of the next month or so. We'll talk soon.
Cheers, man. Have a good weekend.
All right, Nikhil Uttamchandani, one of our cricket correspondents, Lance, Mariah. It's great to see the IPL back, and as you pointed out, Mariah, it's even better to see the IPL on SportsMax. Again, it's been a while, and it's fantastic to have it back, and it was a great opening game to start the competition.
Yeah, I think it had everything that you would want in an opening game. We had a lot of runs, we had our star players stepping up. I wanted to see Alzarri Joseph convert what I saw from him, you know, doing well. So when he started a bit shaky, even I got a bit nervous, you know, I was like, Alzarri, come on, you got this. And of course, he turned it around. So for me, the IPL did exactly what we expect. It had me on the edge of my couch, you know. I was trying to cook some spinach. I burnt it. Because I forgot.
Mariah, don't blame the cricket.
No, I really forgot. Like, the spinach cooks so quick.
Okay.
Don't blame the cricket, Mariah.
And it is unlike you to burn spinach.
No, you know I cook good. Tell them.
I just wanted the viewers to know.
Lance, she says to tell them that you know that she cooks well.
I invite him for Diwali and I cook everything.
Yeah, I've tasted her meals and she's quite good.
You enjoyed it?
Yes, I did.
So you would have it again?
Yes, I would, yes.
Okay, so let's go back to the cricket. So it was so good that, you know, I forgot what I had to do.
I've never tasted Mariah's cooking, but I'm new to the show, so maybe over the next 12 months or so, I'll get my invite. Still with cricket, the final round of the West Indies 4-day championship is in progress. These are the scores at stumps on day number 3. Let's start with the Windward Islands Volcanoes against the Barbados Pride. Volcanoes 237. Alec Athanaze got 59. Remember, Akeem Jordan 5 for 44. The Pride 227. Shane Mosley 112. The Volcanoes in their second innings 225. Sunil Ambrish, remember him, getting 79. And the Pride in their second innings 28 for 3 at stumps on day number 3. They need 208 more runs to win, so that's going to be quite a battle on the fourth and final day of this encounter. Trinidad and Tobago Red Force versus the struggling Jamaica Scorpions. The Red Force winning this one by 9 wickets, 302 and 102 for 1. The Red Force, Mohan 44 not out in their victory chase. And the fact that it was Jermaine Blackwood who took that wicket says to me that the Scorpions pretty much gave up. The Scorpions 125 and 275 all out. Jermaine Blackwood getting a half century. Did get a half century as well in the previous match, his first match back from West Indies duties. But he would be disappointed not to have gotten even more. So the Red Force beating the Scorpions. I dare say no surprise.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's what we have in terms of the roundup. No, one more. Guyana Harpy Eagles, Leeward Islands Hurricanes, Harpy Eagles 122 and 267. The Hurricanes 247 and 81 for 1. They require another 62 runs for victory. Karen Powell is unbeaten on 47. Kevin Sinclair has taken 1 for 23. Look at the performance of Rakeem Cornwall. 8 wickets in the match, 4 for 27 in the first innings, 4 for 58 in the second innings. And the Hurricanes on course to beating the tournament leaders in the final round of the competition. Lance, Mariah.
No, I'm really impressed with Rakeem Cornwall. He's literally running through the teams that he's up against. He's getting the wickets. His numbers are speaking for itself. And I think it's very important that we recognize that.
Yeah, all year, every year.
Yeah, that's right. And the Harpy Eagles went into the final round with, I think, 10.2 points leading. And they're heading for a defeat here. But I think the points lead that they had would have given them enough cushion, although the Volcanoes are in a position that they can win their match as well. So the season points tally may be a little bit tighter than we had thought.
Yeah, that's for sure. Also, just a quick update. In Indian Premier League, the next match on SportsMax will be on Tuesday, and that will be the Delhi Capitals versus the Gujarat Titans. So you can catch matches on SportsMax on Tuesdays and Fridays. The next match next Tuesday, Delhi Capitals versus Gujarat Giants. We'll take a break. Interactive coming up.
Stay with SportsMax on YouTube and follow us on all social pages for updates, news and entertainment.